We'll be doing a deep dive into the mind of Dracula himself. This will be done by dissecting his popular song, Dracula Flow. This dissection will be split in three parts: the lyrical analysis, the musical analysis, and finally, the message of the song. In this first part, we will be going line by line to try and understand every word uttered in this song. Without further ado, let's get started.
We straight gassing, cutting straight to the bricks.
Here, Dracula expresses his excitement, how he is unable to wait and wanting to immediately indulge in bricks, which is a common term for a kilogram of cocaine.
Ha ha! This shit ain't nothing to me, man.
This is nothing to him.
We smoking runts.
Here, Dracula says that in addition to the kilogram of white crystalline alkaloid, he is also smoking runts, which is a potent strain of cannabis.
Shorty got a BBL, took that shit out because she couldn't run.
In this line, Dracula expresses his disgust over his partner BBL, also known as Brazilian butt lift, as it causes her an inability to run. Thus, Dracula removes it.
I had to do it to them snipe.
Here, Dracula discusses on how he had to do it, implying that he did not do it because he wanted to, but he did it out of necessity. This line could perhaps be referring to the removal of the Brazilian butt lift.
I went Judge Judy on that pussy, snipe.
In this line, Dracula compares his skill in the act of sexual reproduction to that of Judge Judy hitting the gavel in the show Judge Judy.
I'm not loyal to anybody, I'm a demon.
Here, Dracula reminds the audience that he is indeed a demon, and that he is his own boss, serving no one but himself.
I have no loyalty for anyone. Never did, never will.
In this line, Dracula reiterates that he is indeed loyal to no one and never will.
Shorty chose to be with a demon, sounds like her problem to me.
Here, Dracula discusses his belief on how he is not responsible for any of the consequences that would befall women that have engaged in a sexual relationship with him, ending this discussion with a joyous laughter.
Ha ha! This shit ain't nothing to me, man.
This is no consequences to Dracula.
My money longer than James Cameron.
Here, Dracula showcases his wealth by comparing the length of his money to that of popular director James Cameron.
On and off the court, straight fundamentals. No funny business.
In this line, Dracula heavily discards the idea that he's simply messing around, and strengthens the idea that he is acting in accordance to his own belief.
This shit ain't nothing to me, man.
This causes no effect to Dracula's mental or physical state.
Moving like Dracula, we get it back in blood.
Dracula tells the audience that his procedure is that of a Dracula, which he is. This aforementioned procedure includes payback in the form of blood.
You see it? I really did this. I'm really him.
Dracula implores you to notice his handiwork and acknowledge that he is that guy.
Flipped a whole brick into an empire. Stop playing with me.
In this line, Dracula retells his tale on how he turned a kilogram of crack into an empire and implore you to take him seriously.
I have no sympathy. I live for this shit.
Here, Dracula warns the audience that he lacks sympathy. This might be referring to the fact that in his creation of his empire, he acknowledges that he has negatively infected many people's life, and yet he is not in the slightest affected by this. In fact, he thrives in others' downfall and suffering.
This shit ain't nothing to me, man.
This is inconsequential to Dracula.
I'm nice with it.
Here, Dracula rejoices in his skill.
Ha ha! My money long, my pockets deep.
In this line, Dracula confirms that he is indeed wealthy.
No pocket watching in these parts.
Here, Dracula shares a part of his life, in that his wealth is not being monitored by anyone.
We straight gas and cutting straight to the bricks.
In this line, Dracula recalls the very first line in this song, perhaps hinting to the fact that he might indulge in a kilogram of cocaine. In the second part, we will be doing a musical analysis. Unfortunately, there is no music. However, the lack of music is significant here. Perhaps Dracula is trying to tell us that the lyrics in this song is not meant to entertain us, but rather gives us an important message. In this final part, we will be concluding the message of this song, from his enormous wealth to his skill and his lack of sympathy, completed with a lack of music meant to give us a serious message. We can only conclude one thing from his song: Dracula is him.